That was some good old Colt Ford I was just listening to. But that's not what this video is about right now. I'll get later into that a little later on in the video. But right now, the only thing we're talking about is music of today, this generation. Sorry, I was playing my Xbox just a minute ago. And so if you hear the licking in the background, my dog's got arthritis. I don't know how a dog gets it, but still. But the music today, in my eyes, like I've told you this before, if you've ever seen any of my other videos, I grew up around a family that listens to music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, or like really, really early 90s, like 90, 91, stuff like that. And so what I was wanting to talk about was when rap got started. Like, it started out all beatboxing, and I think it started in Germany. I'm not quite sure. That's what I heard on the internet. I believe it started in Germany, and it got transferred over to America with some kind of peach tree. Like, they was transporting passengers and peach trees over to America. Well, like the German peach tree. I believe that's what they was transporting, and they was transporting humans too. Well, you know, passengers. Well, it came over here. They started beatboxing. Everybody thought they was all cool about it. And then rap got started in like 1999, early 2000, 2001, and that's what we got now. And it makes no sense to me. Like, it sounds like a dog with a bunch of peanut butter on the roof of his mouth when they talk. That's what I hear. Like, plus, it's garbage. Listen to some Hank Williams Jr. or this. We reload. See, listen to something like that. Colt Ford, him, and he's just about, like, I believe, the only good country singer that came out of the 90s. And they say, like, I looked him up on YouTube, they say he's a rapper. 1 second. And yes, I got my Dr. Pepper. I looked him up on YouTube and the internet, and they said he was an American rapper. Does this sound like rap to you? Oh, crap. Does this sound like rap to you?
Don't take my kindness for weakness. Oh no. Don't take my silence for weakness.
That's what I thought. Okay, so back to the main point. Rap, it's just a bunch of bullcrap, really, because, like, the only thing you hear, like, I was born in the rap generation, but I probably got left in the Stone Age when it comes to music, as most people call it. Like, I would come to school, and my first phone I ever had, like, don't make fun of me, but the first phone I ever had was a Galaxy S1. My mom, she had one when they first came out. Well, like, I think it was like a year or two after they came out. She got one. Like, before that, she had a flip phone, you know. And then before a flip phone, she had one of those, like, real gigantic phones. And she carried it around with her, like, you know, from the 80s. And she had one of those. But yeah, I got a flip phone, but it didn't have service on it. I got her first flip phone. It didn't work. The only thing I could do was really listen to music, and the music only lasted for like a minute. And it really wasn't music. Like, it was like the ringtones, like wake up, not this again, like that stuff, like, you know, the ringtones. That's the only thing those phones can hold. But when I first got my Galaxy S1, Mom, she had two. Like, she got one, it messed up to the point where she couldn't call nobody, so she got another one. I got that one, but one day, me and my brother, we was cutting wood, and I had my phone on the tailgate. I didn't realize it. I was listening to music, didn't realize it, and I threw a log on it, and it cracked it in half. Like it split the phone in half. So that phone was gone. Like it still worked, but you could barely see on the screen. I had to tape it back together. Like it looked hilarious. I wish y'all could have seen it, but okay. Then my second Galaxy S1 I had. Sorry, that music's getting a little. It's kind of messing me up. I turn it off. But yeah, the other Galaxy S1 I had, it went and it only had Hank Williams Jr., Willie Nelson, uh, mm, Steve Miller Band, and a couple other songs. Well, a couple other bands. And I, like how I said, I was raised on that. I like that type of music. I don't. The days I come to school, I'd bring like I had a little. I had this speaker. Like I know it looks like crap now, but it's because it's been through a bunch of stuff. Like I busted it. Like this thing, it can go through a lot. It don't work anymore, but that's because me and my friend we kept actually like I put it in his hoodie when we was going down going back to lunch, and I put it in his hoodie, and he wouldn't realize it, and he'd jump up and down, and like the speaker would fall out, and he'd hit the ground or the concrete. So that one's gone. That's why I got this good. That's why I got this good old baby right here. That's what I'm listening to the Colt Ford on. Whoop whoop. My friend Noah Melton gave me this. I think about a week after I broke that speaker. Oh, about a week after I broke that speaker. So, in total, like I said before, I don't understand rap music. Like, when I first heard it, like, okay, like, the first day I come to school in 6th grade, I brung that speaker. Well, I didn't have that speaker exactly. I had one that looked exactly like it. And I brung it, started playing some old Hank Williams Jr.'s, or Hank Williams Jr., Willie Nelson, stuff like that. And a kid, he's real smart aleck. He said, "Oh, that's from like the 1800s. Turn that crap off." And he's over there listening to stuff from the 90s. It made no sense. And I don't know what it is, but people, they just like to criticize each other on what they listen to. Like, I don't know what it is, but nowadays, you can be criticized just about over anything. You can be criticized on the way you part your hair. Like that, you can be criticized, be called a fag. Pulling it back like that, they say, you're a wannabe. Stuff like that. If you dip, they say, oh, you're just a wannabe. You don't really dip. You just do it to look cool. Well, that's what my cousin tells me. Bad part is, when I started dipping, I produce a lot of saliva. So that means I produce a lot of spit. That means I have to spit just about every 5 seconds. I don't know what it is, but like, I was sitting here, and it'll just, like, if I don't spit in 2 minutes, I can't talk. That's how much spit I got in my mouth. So, to flash back, like, rap music's dumb. I don't like it. And if you are going to listen to something around me, just listen to Colt Ford, Hank Williams Jr., Willie Nelson, Steve Miller Band, Rob Zombie. That's a good band. Like, look them up. Look up Rob Zombie. There's a real cool song I like. It's called Pussy Liquor. Like, the drinking liquor. Not like, not that type of lick. But, just look that song up. If you like rock and roll, you'll probably love that song. Like, you'll listen to it probably just about every day. But, the only downside of that is people will, like, if you are a real popular kid and you like rock and roll, and, like, you listen to it when you're not, like, when you're at the house, no one's there with you, and you're listening to rock and roll, and, like, because I get how some people are, like, they just do it to not get made fun of. I've tried that. It don't work. Well, for some people. Cause okay, alright, I got a little story to tell y'all about something. It all started in 5th grade. I used to be friends with this one kid named Cody Martin. Well, we was going to, where was we going? Oh yeah, we was going to the zoo over in North Carolina. And on the way back, we was gonna go to not Ambie's, sorry, Golden Corral. So while we was going to the zoo, we went and people like I always sat in the back. Like I told you this before on my other videos. I sit in the back. I don't like bus drivers. I don't like teachers. I just don't like them in total. So I always sat in the back. And me and the one that, well, my friend Noah, the one that gave me the speaker, at that time, me and him, like, we were off and on friends, really. Like, he thought it was funny. Like, me and him would we wouldn't, like, throw punches fights, but we would go around and, like, we'd sit there and argue over certain things, like, politics. Like, I know we're too young to be talking about politics, but, like, this is, like, 5th grade here. And both our parents and grandparents, he lived with his grandparents. I lived with my mom. I always heard a bunch of politics. So, what happened was we'd go and me and him would sit there and fight over everything. Like he'd say, Obama's better, and I'd say, that's stupid. You're a faggot. Like this is back when, what's his name? Mitt Romney or something like that. Like, he was one running from Obama, or running against Obama in his second term, or in his first term. Mitt Romney. And how he said he was going to bring jobs back to America. I liked him. Hold on a second. And, so, what happened was, on it. Me and him would argue the bus ride all the way from the schoolhouse, or the schoolyard, house, whatever you want to call it, all the way over to where we got picked up and dropped off at. So, and I got dropped off later than him. Like, he got on a different bus. I had to ride 51 all the way up to my house, and my parents would pick me up at the end of the driveway. But, geez. So what I was saying was, so yeah, me and him would fight over everything, but, what happened was, okay, sorry, I keep getting off track about this story, but what happened was, that kid Cody, I don't know what it was about him, but he liked to try to strangle people with coats. Like, he'd put it over their head and try to smother them. And if you go to school with me, you know him. Like, he's the real short kid, real bony, has hemophilia. I'm not being mean, or I'm not making fun of him or anything like that. I'm just giving you a little description of what he looks like. Got black hair, like, it's, like, about, like, right here. Like, like, it goes like that, you know. But yeah, he one day was over and he threw his jacket over my head and tried to smother me with it, and everybody caught it on video, and I threw my head back into his seat, and everybody said, like, everybody started getting videos of it saying I was gay because I tried to get, like, this is what I was trying to do. Like, I threw my head back like that, and I was gonna slip out. That didn't work out so well. Everybody said I was gay because they thought I was trying to suck his weenie. And I wasn't. So, that's one reason why I got in a big fight. That's why, most reasons why I got in fights all through 6th and 7th grade and 5th grade. I didn't really get many fights in elementary school. But in 6th and 7th, like, I don't know what it was. I don't know if I was just thinking I was becoming older. Like, I thought I should just take care of myself and everything. But I became more of a fighter. Like, everybody used to call me a midget. Because in 3rd grade, I was a shorting, I think it was like 3 foot and 11, like maybe 4 foot exact. But, yeah, everybody called me a midget. So, I didn't really do anything about it. I was just like, cool, so what? Like, I was just chill. Like, I didn't care what people thought about me. And then later on, about 6th and 7th grade, people started calling me a midget because everybody was like 7 foot tall and I was like 5 foot. And so, everybody started calling me a midget. And one day, I got in a fight. Me and him's friends now, but I got in a fight with him. And I'm telling you, me and him, we trade snuff and everything. But yeah, me and him got in a fight one day in 6th grade. And, like, it was because we was on the bus. He started running his mouth and called my mom a whore. And then he started smacking me upside the head. And I told him twice, you better stop your crap right now. And third time, he slapped me. I said, alright, you just wait. And we was going down the stairwell down to the middle school. And he shoved me up against the wall. And he made me drop my books. And I picked up my books real fast. And I got right back to walking. And we got, right before we got into the door, right where the cameras were, he shoved me as hard as he could. And I threw my books down and I went to wailing on him. I hit him like 3 times. And he ran inside. But me and him are good friends now. If you're watching this, Philip, I'm not making fun or anything. I'd probably do the same thing if I was you. Because I just went ape crazy out there. But yeah. Okay, but yeah, back to the gay rap music I think of nowadays. Well, like, I have a rapper on my Snapchat. I'm thinking about deleting him, getting rid of him, because if I have a rapper on my Snapchat and I'm talking bad about rap, it's just gonna make me look like a retard. Like, I only like one rap song ever. What the? Yeah, I only like one rap song ever. And it was, what do they call it? Can't think of it. Oh yeah, STFU. I think you understand what that stands for. But that's the only rap song I ever liked, and it's because it reminds me of what everybody should do in the world. Just shut the F up. Because everybody's over whining about they ain't got enough money, they want a different car, like their car ain't the right color, or something like that. And there's people in the world starving to death. Oh my God, your life's so bad, you ain't got the right color car. And there's people in the world over in Africa, they're dying because of, like, they're trying to survive, they're dying of diseases. Just watch the news and you'll understand. But yeah, that's the only rap song I ever liked. But the reason I don't like rap is because my brother, he didn't like rap. My sister was the only one in the family who ever liked rap. And that's because she grew up in the 90s. And my cousin, retard. That's what I call him now, retard. Because he acts like he's all black just because he's got a girlfriend now. But, so, let's pass out. Yeah. So yeah, since he thinks he's all cool now because he's got a girlfriend that he broke up with and then got back with, using my phone to get back with her. He thinks now he's all cocky about everything he says or does. He thinks he can beat up anybody. He thinks he can do all this. And really, he's just a wimp. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. He's just a pure out wuss. Because he uses weapons to defend himself. Like, whenever he gets in a fight or something, he always has a pistol in his back pocket. And he actually pats people down before he fights and make sure they ain't got no knives or guns. He still keeps that gun in his back pocket in case he starts losing a fight. And that's just how much of a wuss he is. If you lose a fight, just take your beating and go on. That's what I do. I don't come back the next day with a knife and say, I'm gonna kill you. I don't do that. I just take my beating and go on. That's just a fight I lost. It don't make no difference to me. But in total, I would just rap music. If you like rap music, it's fine with me. I don't care much for it. But Willie Nelson, listen to his music. Like I said before, go around me. Listen to Willie Nelson. Listen to a little bit of rock and roll. Just nothing. Just not rap in general. Alright? I'm sorry if we're best friends and you love rap and you watch this video. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but it's true. I just don't like rap. I can't get into it. I might act like I like it. Sometimes it's just to make sure y'all don't get all whiny. Cause like I'll act like I'm singing along and really I'm just singing my own song in my head. But yeah. But yeah. That's all. That's gonna do it for me for this video. I'm gonna have to get in bed if I want to wake up on time in the morning. See y'all later.